This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinedmusichut.com. Hi, this is Musclehead for another Two Line Music Hut Entertainment Report podcast. And tonight we have a legendary sound. I'm talking about the perfect sound. I'm talking about this sound here came in the 90s and ran the place right until today. We're talking about the dynamic duo. These two right here, you're not going to find a dynamic duo better than these two right here. You know who we have in the house tonight? We have Black Reaction in the building tonight. What's going on, brother?
Big up Musclehead in the building. Yo. Big up the whole listening world, the whole, you know it go already. World, I hope you're listening. This is going to be very, very interesting.
Very much so, because you know how long it took to actually get this podcast together? Yeah. To actually get two people in the building same time, you know how long it took?
Yeah. It's been a minute still. Nah, like Musclehead.
Yeah.
But the works are mashed through the city and thing. And just have to find the right time to pass through the place.
Yeah.
And right now, it seems like the perfect time. You get me?
Yeah. No, because definitely the city has a different type of love and respect for you guys. You know what I mean? Because we grew up with you guys from back then till now. And to know that you guys are still top tier, 2018 going into 19, that's amazing.
Respect, man.
How long has Black Reaction been on the road now?
1993.
93, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Official.
Wow.
I would say like 93 summer, but then really got the full exposure.
Yeah.
Early 94.
94.
But 93 we were on the road.
Yeah, so basically 1 year out.
Not even, no, less than that.
I'm
talking like summer 93, and then by like New Year's, it was like...
That's it. That's insane. Mm-hmm. All right, let's go back to the beginning. How did even Black Reaction form and come together?
Well, I was on the sound before Black, so I guess I'm going to have to answer that one. So.
Yeah, come on, let me start out that one there. I'll jump in when he passed the baton on my part.
Well, put this way, I was playing a little song called Lexus. Not Scarborough Lexus. I had a little song called Lexus.
Okay.
Never had no dubs or anything like that. I had one dub. It was Black's brother.
Yeah.
Black's brother gave me a little one dub, but it wasn't even at the studio. It was like... It was in his basement.
Yeah.
One time I was just down there, and Blackz is actually one that showed me how to mix.
Yeah. Okay.
So a lot of people don't even know that.
Yeah.
Like I knew the basics of mixing, but if you're a selector, when you're first learning how to mix, the biggest problem that you have is knowing if you're supposed to speed up the song or slow down the song.
Because there was no BPMs at that
right.
time.
So it's like you don't really know, like, so if I hear it, it's on cue as you let the record go, but you don't know if you have to speed it up or slow it down. So that was my problem. So if I had to speed up, I might be slowing it down and then the thing is gone and I have to like reset the needle. Like, so I used to go to Black's basement.
Yeah.
And he would show me a little 1, 2, what's it not. He was playing Ninja Force at the time.
I remember that.
And then, so my favorite song at that time was Black Supreme.
Jungle Song.
Right, Jungle
Big
Song.
Jungle
right,
representative.
Yeah, right. So, and then after I graduated from Oakwood, I went to Bathurst just to upgrade some credits.
Okay.
And that's where I met Trini.
Yeah.
So when I was there, Trini, because I used to always go outside. Them time they're Brits, rest in peace. They used to have a food truck called B&G's. It's like a catering truck.
Okay.
Outside Bathurst.
I remember things.
B&G's.
I remember Crown and Cushions on.
Okay. That was kind of like the competition. It was like Crown and Cushion had there because they were out there in the market.
Yeah.
But B&G was the one coming up.
Okay.
But you see Britz's mom, Dimples.
Yeah.
The way she cooks.
Yeah.
Like everybody talks about Dimples' food, so they're like, yo, you got to put this in a truck. So they went and bought a truck. So I was always at lunchtime would go outside to go get food from the B&G truck outside Bathurst because they just parked outside Bathurst the school.
Okay.
So then I was waiting for my food and I heard a Black Reaction cassette playing, like with just some songs, and Brits was on the mic talking, whatever. So I asked him, I'm like, yo, what's this?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, man, this is the next, my little brother sound, Trini's sound, Black Reaction branch from Black Supreme.
Got you.
And I'm like, oh, for real? So the whole week I kept going for food, you know what I mean, from the truck, and I kept hearing the cassette. Yeah. So I'm like, yo, you know what? Nah, man, I want to be on this song. Like, can I make? I'm hearing it. Them time there, it was like, they only had 3 plates at the time. Yeah. 3 dub plates. That's like, it was like four dubs on 1 plate.
Yes.
Right.
So 2 aside.
2 aside at the time, and then it was
Merciless.
It wasn't even Merciless. It was Beanie Man. Beanie Man, Terry Ganzi. and Tony Curtis with Jixie King.
Yeah.
You know, that combination part
Yeah.
there. So like those little trickle sound, like those dubs.
Okay, so Beanie Man was in the fold from jump.
From
from
Black
the get-go.
Supreme, from
Yeah,
before
Black
Black
Supreme.
Reaction.
Got you.
Right? So then after now, I asked Brits, yo, how do I get on the sound or what's it not? And he goes, you have to go ask Trini because it's, I mean, it's Brits is like the owner,
Yeah.
but Trini is the one that, it's his sound, so I'd have to go and ask Trini. But me and Trini were cool anyways.
Yeah.
So I can't remember exactly how I got on the sound, but
Yeah.
I was just around Trini, what's it not, and bam, I would go to Trini's house and we would just go on mix and what's and not. Them time I didn't even have a record box. My 45s were in a Heineken
Yeah.
case.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember
Heineken
that. I
case.
remember that, yeah.
In like a Heineken box, like the 2-4
couple of
case.
them well
I had,
still
yeah, I had
stack
about
up.
3.
Yeah. Just hit song.
And then,
beer hits.
so what I would do,
Some jams.
what I would do now, so to kind of work on my craft, I would go down to Sunshine
Okay.
and I'd rent 1200s with the mixer.
Okay.
You understand? So I did that. But the first person that made me see turntables to even make me even try them,
Yeah.
I don't know if you know any guy named Nash.
Nash?
Nash
Was he-
Nash owns Blind Tiger,
Tiger.
the nightclub.
Yes. Okay. So
And
then
he has
that's
a big
him and,
law firm on
yes,
yes, I
yes, I know
St.
what you're
Clair
talking about. Yeah.
called Monsieur and Company.
Okay.
So Nash, he had a sound called Beyond the Bass.
Okay.
So when I was in grade 9,
Yeah.
he was DJing at the school I went to, Oakwood. He was DJing the school dances. So one day now, I don't know, I can't remember fully exactly. I think his car broke down or something, but he couldn't bring the coffin. He had a coffin with the 2 techniques and mixer.
And the mixer in it,
right.
yeah.
So he couldn't take it home.
Yeah.
And it had wheels. I lived directly across the street from Oakwood School in the high-rise building.
Yeah.
So I just wheeled it over to my house. Took me,
Chance,
yeah,
by
right,
chance. Eh?
right. So then I just I opened it one day and I'm like, yo, I had a little, I had my little records,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yo, let me try this. So I kept doing it. So the only thing I learned how to do, I knew how to cue and where to release the record.
Yes. The
Right,
first
but
kick or the
right,
first snare or
exactly,
whatever, you know
right.
what I mean?
So off the bass, like
Yeah.
off the punch.
Yeah.
So I knew how to do that. After that, my mix would probably be on maybe for like 3 seconds, and then the runway left me. Because I'm thinking, okay, well, if the pitch is on 2, this pitch needs to be on 2, let it go. But that only works when it comes to the same record or the same rhythm.
Yeah.
You understand? But long story short now, I was going to Trini's house, practicing, and everything was good. Them time there, I was dancing with Shell Rock.
You were a dancer
I
too.
was a dancer. No crew, but like, you know, when you go to a party and you
Yeah.
dance and you have you and your crew are dancing. Yeah, it was me and
The
Shell
man
Rock.
just say a crew.
Yeah.
You used to have dancing crew.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying, but I never had a crew name. You understand? It was not a crew name. It was
It was
just
the
me and
man
him.
them, but you're
Just
the
me.
dancer,
Yeah,
the
right.
man
You know what I mean?
But them
So
stepping in place and mashing
right.
place.
So then after now, I never had an MC, and I would never talk on a microphone
Yeah.
for nothing up to this day.
I'll tell you keep that thought. I'll tell you the funny thing. You see, on this podcast is the most anybody is going to hear your voice.
Oh yeah,
Ever.
definite.
Ever. Me can't swear for that. My muscle head alone can get super K if it gives so much time.
Definite.
All right.
Right. So so then after so I told Shell Rock. So Shell Rock now said, okay, he'll try to come around. Trini is way shyer than me.
Yeah, he's not
Trini's
talking at
not doing nothing when it
Yeah.
comes to nothing. You understand? So I was the mixer and Shell Rock was on the mic.
I remember those
Right?
days, yeah.
And then after now, I went to, I can't remember what's his name. Was that Caledonia? Remember Caledonia and Eglinton? And we played in my there's basement. You were playing.
Yeah, man, I was playing Carlisle.
Carlisle,
Big up Carlisle, my bridge.
Right. So
Anyway,
we
the
took-
Carlisle,
right. So
big
we-
up yourself, yeah.
So I went down there now. Them time there, I don't know Blackz like that fully, but I know him from school because he went to Central Tech. I'm from Oakwood. That's the rivalry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he was more of a football player. I was the soccer player. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Basketball was just
Yeah.
like a mutual.
Yeah.
That's just,
Man,
you know what I mean?
basketball was the middle point.
Yeah.
Middle, right. You know what I
Every
mean?
area had a
Yeah,
basketball
right.
court, so we'll all be there.
Right. So then I went over there now, and yo, man, not lie, this guy rubbed me out when it comes to like juggling. Like, because them time was him, Milo. They had a sound,
And
you know what I mean?
smooth.
Ninja
Yes,
Force,
yes,
yeah, and
yes,
smooth. You know what I mean?
yes,
Them
yes.
time there was me and Chronix.
Okay.
From Jamal.
Yeah.
Played Thunderhawk.
Yes,
It was me and him.
Yes. Okay.
Right. You know what I mean? And then after so from there now, I don't even remember what happened, but long story short, something happened with Ninja Force. I guess Blackz could tell you that part.
All right, this is where I jump in the story now. So during them time there, I remember, yes, we did play at the basement, and Gary, there's a next youth, Gary, we used to there on the sound. Next part of family, Money. See? And Money says to me, because he was a part of the promotion for that party that we're doing, because I remember it was Swift promo.
Yeah.
Swift promo, and Swift was around Ninja Force. So me, Milo, Smooth, Swift, and of course G Money, because they link through area thing.
Yeah.
Boom, G Money says to me one day, he says, yo, I have a sound, you know.
Yeah.
I said, yeah. He's like, yeah, man, I have a sound, yo. You're gonna have to play that sound one day. And them time I look on G like my idiot, like, yo, yeah, whatever, bro. Man
Ninja
say,
Force
yo,
is hot.
yeah, man say, yo, my son all right, yo, we're good, man. Don't worry about that, man. And the man I say, yo, no, I have a son named Black Reaction.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Black Reaction? Like, where you go with that? Because them time, my son named Ninja Force, and you have Black Supreme, and you have Tempo, and you have the High Tech, and you have the Turbo Thais, and the Red Flame. So me I say, Black Reaction?
Yeah.
And it sounds strange to me, but me I say, oh, okay, let me take in this thing now.
Yeah.
So, boom, I remember said, me appear Ninja Force, we sound get thief. Somebody coming out with us, thief with sound while we not did it.
Yeah.
Thief a full sound system, believe it or not.
What?
Me don't know how that work. But anyway.
Wow.
On thief the sound, and I remember Love Injection was on the rise.
Yes.
Love Injection.
Country.
Yes. Country there. Different taste and all, not even in Canada. Big up Country, bad selector, you know.
For sure.
Yeah, man. One of Toronto top selector them time. I remember say
them time there too, when it comes to juggling, was Love Child.
Yes, with Gary.
Yeah.
And then
Gary, he
after
was like the baddest.
Wiz was the next
You know
one
what I mean?
around.
Yes.
Yes.
And then Wiz rolled in after Love Child. So, but me remember, I go Montego Bay one day. Montego Bay restaurant.
Yeah.
And no, it was a restaurant and nightclub. This was at Duffin and Eglinton.
Yes, I
a
remember
lot
that
of
spot.
people need to know about Montego Bay. Very important club in the city where it comes to the West End sound. Them.
Yeah.
See, so if you got to play Montego Bay, you were one of the better sounds. In the area, right? So I go there one day and Gary say, yo, you have to come take in the sound. I'm say, all right, I'll take it in. I'm gonna go downstairs and. Because a 4 floors. This one club had 4 floors.
That's how many floors it was?
I think it was 3.
No.
Okay.
4?
4.
I didn't even remember it had
There's
more
one
than
where you
one.
go downstairs, a ground floor.
Okay, yeah.
Then there was a main floor, then a main next floor, and then the top.
Okay.
See? No, you're right, 3.
Yeah.
Three floor,
Yeah.
a 3. So the 3 floor, I go downstairs and I hear some double beat on me here. I say, yo, what this, man? I look over and I say, come on, I mix. I say, yo, that huge voice is powerful, but yo, he needs to tone down a little. So me kind of watch him and coach him from my side, and Gary, I say, yo, that sounded bad. You have to go up on that sound there.
Yeah.
Boom. It's funny because this is where the thing drop in where people don't even know about this. So Fire Kid Steenie, seeing, because me and Fire Kid Steenie grow up.
Them time he was Lickle Steenie.
Them time he was Lickle Steenie, Tempo. And Tempo a shot.
And you need to get him on a podcast to even know how his name came like that.
Yeah, he's
You know what I mean? Like,
You'll be
remember
here
his
in
name is
January.
Stevie.
Definitely. You have to work on it. He'll definitely
No, because I always tease him about it.
But
How he got his
we'll get
name.
to that. We'll get to that
his
next
name,
time.
how he got his name, like,
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
that.
So it's funny because Ninja Force did go through the little breakup thing, and I was kind of like a free agent at the time because people did recognize me through the Ninja Force, and I grew up with sound around my father. My father did have sound, King Shine and Godfather, Sugar Bird and Sunshine. All of them man that we grew up around. They were my bigger uncles basically.
Yeah.
So me did kind of know about the sound thing away. So boom, one day me and Steenie's eating lunch around Eglinton, you know. I never forget this day, you know. And if you know Steenie's a youth used to drop beer card. You remember back in school it was okay when man would be drawing card after each other. Oh, your head big like, and boy, your mouth, you know, one bag of argument. So one day man gave me a drop like, yo, you fool, yo, you know see your sound pop down. Yeah? You see your sound pop down. Better you go join one, who did he say? Like he would have said some name that he's basically telling you, yo, go join that fufu song, that fool. You know what I mean? So I never forget because the man them were laughing at me that day, you know. And him and Pets did a par. And you know the whole of the sound man, them time we're young and everybody's a star in their own making. So the man laugh at me and make me feel away, you know.
Yeah.
Boom. I go Taze.
Yes.
Them time Taze around and I go and dance. I think Merciless they did it the day, you know. Merciless himself, if I remember correctly, Merciless was there.
Yeah.
Right? Super K did I play. I think Shell Rock was there.
Yeah, it was me and Shell Rock, and we told Blackz to come around there.
He told me to come around there.
Okay, that was the first time.
Yes, and he passed me the mic.
No, so he came around there, and I said to I said, Shell Rock, give Blackz. I will give this guy. He didn't know who Blackz was at the time, so I said,
so
yo,
this is just a stranger. Give this stranger the mic.
Just make him talk this wrong because the next sound was playing.
Yeah.
So when Blackz took the mic now and started to talk, Watson, no?
Yeah.
Paul Watson, he ran up.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, Super K, come here.
Yeah.
So the boot's small, so I'm sticking on. He's in my ears. He's like, yo, who's that?
Yeah.
Who that? And I'm saying to myself, shit.
You don't know what kind of
I don't know. Yeah, you know what I mean? I remember that's the big man them now coming to me like, okay, it's either I'm in trouble right now or, you know what I mean? So I just told him straight up, I go, yo, this is my bridging, you know, school friend, what's it, not Blackz, you know what I mean? He used to play on Ninja Force. He goes, okay, yeah. Remember that you with the pan Ninja Force? He goes, yo, he's sick.
Yeah.
He said, yo, listen to me. Tell him he's on the zone. Tell him right now he's on the zone. Just like that. And I walked off. So I'm like, so in myself now I'm like, yeah, see it there? I did something good, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
I know it's funny because Brits come to me right away, Natty Brits, and you know it's funny too, hey Brits, rest in peace. G-man, big up yourself. Me remember me used to afraid of them out there, you know. When you see the two big rasta, them I come through the place with the glasses.
Listen.
Yeah, me I said, yo, what this brother gonna come say to me though? I don't feel the way, you know, when the brother come towards me, take a deep gulp like, like, if I was a cartoon, you'd see me shrink like Flintstone, like,
Yeah.
and man say, yo, youth, you know say song good, man?
Yeah.
Yo, why you play the song, man? And I say, yeah? And man say, yeah, man, why you play the song, man? So, I say, all right, you know, and it's funny because that was just a test run.
Yeah.
So when the official thing came, I remember it was December 26,
You even remember dates?
1993.
Yeah.
Black
No,
Reaction.
no. Yeah, 93, yeah.
Black Reaction,
Yeah.
Black Supreme,
Yeah.
and Military was playing at a party down under the bridge.
Yes. Kipling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Them time to me now.
Okay, so you
Super K come pick me up. Now
hold
this
on,
is Super K's
hold on,
time
hold
now.
on. Okay, so he jumped a little bit, probably like 3 weeks.
Okay.
Past that.
So take us back to the 3 weeks. Then.
So no, not even that, but it's from that summer.
Yeah.
So how K9 got on it now.
Yeah.
Okay, so
No, this is before K9. You have to remember.
No, I got it. Listen to me. I know. No. I remember. Remember, this is before you have to go and do what you have to go do. Remember when you're gonna go talk about how I sent you to.
No. Here's what I'm gonna tell you what happened. See, this is how me glad you bring me no more. So hold on. So Super K come for draft for me.
Yeah.
Them time Super K a hot boy with the hot car and everybody know when Super K pull up. Super K they have one green Escort.
Yeah.
Yo, that car there. If you jump out of that car there, every girl look by you. Every girl look by you. So come on, Hatta Road. So boom, me jump in that car, come on and say, yo, we're downstairs. Come on, come pick me up. And we made a stop at JD's.
Big them up too.
See? No, we made a stop at JD's.
I know
Super K
it's
just
gonna
running.
be-
Super K running, figure do something. I don't know if you go heal up JD's, you go heal up Logic side, one of them, but him jump out in that car, boom, and him say, yo, let's go. So we make a turn, General.
Yeah.
And we drive up the road. We just see one bag of lights.
It was the first street. You know where the Hopewell
first
is. You know where when you leave from JD's, the first street.
If you're going
West.
When you're going
Yes.
west, the first
And you
street, you make the
right?
right
Yes.
where the 7-Eleven
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
That's
All
that
right.
right. We went up that street.
Yeah.
You see,
To a park called Hopewell.
you have to
and
remember,
you make the
you know,
left.
this is my first official night. Me I go roll out with the man them, official. So me all excited because, when me hear Black Reaction dub box, I'm coming from a sound that barely had. We probably have about 10 dub, big dub, higher, who kung fu. You remember that one? Higher,
Future Troubles,
Oh, you mean big up Future Troubles, man? That, enough people me kick down with that one dub there. I'm if I tell you, but anyways, boom, me jump in that car and me I feel hype because me know say we are play with them sound there and we full of Bunty, Beanie, Merciless, everything, Tony Curtis and. We jump in that car and we just see one bag of flashing light back away. Remember my first time.
Yeah.
Me I come from the one like a nice little corner around there, so one knees, boom. Let me take a stop, you know. About 30 police car, like, from every corner. Box we in. Get out, you in the back. Them time in I back, me little chubby. Me little chubby is so if you jump out a car seat, you know, too flexible that way, then I back seat. So boom. You see some big light and some big rifle machine I hear him after we and the police I say, you get out the car right now. And boom, a super kid come out and boom, a Sherlock come out and you in the back, keep your hands up. Me I try get up, you know. And can't get up.
And the car was a 2-door too.
And the car was a 2-door.
So you got to pull the thing from the bottom and then push it forward and then come out.
So yo, I have big problem to come out of the car and I have a big belly them time and I say, yo, holy shit, yo, I'm gonna get shot. shot. The police have me away. What did I do? We don't know what we do. The only thing is that the car fit the description of a next car. You see what I say? And
how? And it's such a runaway car.
Man.
I couldn't understand that, but yo, me can't tell you this though.
Yeah.
After being in the cold on your knees and them fully embarrassing, dig up the car and not finding nothing and no reason to do it. You see, when we go down under the bridge, brethren, me and Kamal and Sherlock put on a piece of fire that anybody stepping out the way would get lava. Me I say, yo, we forget say Black Supreme was a branch them time they branch off and we go hard the night too. You remember Super K? We go hard. Them time the lad not even put on one lad not even worry about dub them time that much. But when you have Black Supreme and Black Reaction in a one dance, we have to show them so we have more dub and we can stand up. Not more than them, but we have dub for stand up. So yo, that's how I made my entrance at the Black Reaction, and that was 1993 December. And I official, I remember that because January I had my son. Yeah, my son was born 1994 January. So I'll never forget that little time period. You know, my first son, right there, so and the juggling and the clash thing, and then here came juggling and clashes, and here we are.
That's so crazy. So there's a big argument with a lot of soundmans that say where Black Reaction busts from. Me personally, I remember Black Reaction busing from Kingsbourg Banquet Hall. That's where I remember it from. That was about 90s. No, that was probably
I did that in the 95. I did that 94, 95.
Yeah. That was when it seemed like before that we heard the name 1 and 2 times. But you see, after that night, every flyer, everything you hear was strictly Black Reaction.
True.
Would you say that's where you guys really got the flame from, or it was burning from before? Or what would you say with that?
All right. See, the way it was back then, when you're busting a sound to where it is now, it's different. See, guys now, their sound is just busting just by juggling. There's no really sounds just coming out of nowhere that just have all these dubs and you're just killing sound. Like no biasness. We were basically more of on a killing spree at them times because we had the artillery, like everything to just kill. You understand? But we were juggling too. Now, I'm not gonna really say Black Reaction bust at Kingsborough, and I'm not gonna say we bust in the West. I can say it had both because we were young. We were like what, 19, 18? 18 at the time, you understand? So we're like the youngest sound on the road. The only person I can say that was probably young as us at that time was Steenie on Fresh, but he was on Tempo first, right?
With Big Man. You guys were the only one, as we'll say, it almost looked like you guys were all ages. When you guys came in, you guys looked like little kids with this huge dub box.
Exactly.
Where did these children come from with all these dubs?
So here's the thing now. So when I say it was even before Kingsborough, I'm not gonna say bust to the, because remember them time that we didn't even go to Scarborough. I didn't know nothing about Scarborough them time. That was my first entry into Scarborough at that time. First time, and it wasn't even a juggling dance, it was a clash. But before that, I could definitely say Alan Ladd had a lot to do with it.
Okay.
Oh, definitely.
For sure.
Yeah, straight up. Because
Laddie Daddy.
Yeah. I don't know if there was a club. There was a club at the corner of, what's that street? Weston Road. And Albion Wilson. You know that meet? There's the three. So you have Wilson. Wilson turns into Albion, and then you have Weston Road before you go down the bridge. So if
It's
you're
all
going
that junction point.
right, so if you're going north on Weston Road, right before you reach Wilson, Albion, on the right corner, so on the southeast corner, there was a building there.
Okay.
Like a plaza. It was called, and there was a club in there, not a club, but like a restaurant type of thing called Arrows.
Of course, I remember Arrows.
Right.
Yeah.
So now I remember us going there one time.
Yeah.
And lad said, "I'm gonna give you my round. Come play."
Yeah.
So when he goes, he must have said to the people, "Say, yeah, this is a song from Jungle named Black Reaction. No, these kids are them wicked and rare. Let's see what them, you know what I mean?" So they gave us the chance there. Then Upsetter used to have his regular parties at his house, right up at Ulrich, in Malton.
Yeah.
Lad did that again. So one time we were down there and Lad gave me 20 minutes out of his 30-minute round.
Okay.
Because them time just like on point, 30 minutes. So he gave us a chance, and them time there I just got the Bunties, War on the Hot Wax, the Suspense, the Beanie Man them, and we played a whole round dubs. And they said they never ever seen that in sound history.
Yeah.
That somebody played 20 minutes straight of all dubs, gal song, everything.
Especially a Canadian
song.
You know what I mean?
And them time they were like 18, 19.
The children with the bag of dubs. I'm telling
Right.
you, that was the argument.
Hey, small kids with these dubs. That's what
Where
everybody
did this
think.
sound come? I remember, especially the Kingsboard night, was when it was the
That was the handicap. It was the handicap matches because there was three of them versus two of us.
It was you
Versus two.
It was us.
I was three
It
versus
was three. It was three of them, you know.
Yeah.
It was
Who was
Berry
in it
Culture,
that night? Yeah.
Starcade, Desert Storm, and it was just us and Tempo from the West.
But Tempo didn't Steenie change at night to Super Fresh?
No, but no,
he
that
didn't-
was
he
not.
didn't
That
come
was
up.
that. He didn't do that yet.
change it.
He didn't change yet.
He
That
just
was
chilled
first.
that night.
So Tempo didn't play that night.
No, so basically, so what it was that so say Desert Storm played, Desert Storm would play, then we play.
Yeah.
Then Berry Culture would play, then I think we played.
Yeah.
And then Starcade would play, then we play. So we kept playing for the West each time because Steenie didn't want to play. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
But he didn't play. It was us.
No, he just wasn't in the vibe.
So
Right.
that
I remember. He just
there
didn't
now-
feel it. He's just like, him just at that time, them just say, yo,
Sure.
sure, you guys go on.
Yeah.
So that there now made the East End know
Yeah.
who Black Reaction was.
Because you're coming in back to back to it's like,
Right.
with these bag of dubs, bro.
Right.
And they weren't like they were no joke dubs. These were serious.
Yeah, because that was the
dubs.
next thing with Brits, right?
Serious.
Brits was that type of person. He said it doesn't make no sense to cut unnecessary.
Yeah.
So at them times
No
when
fillers.
if you looked at
No
our dub
fillers.
box, like if you go in my dub box right now and you pick up a dub plate,
Yeah.
and you look on the dub,
Yeah.
you're gonna see 3 out of 4. So if there's 4 dubs,
Yeah.
there's 3 of them is crazy. One is maybe a filler
Yeah.
of every dub. Until we started to do maybe 3 on one side, 3 on the next side, but it was all anytime you pick up something
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
out
a
of the
hit.
dub box,
It's a
it's
hit.
always
Yeah.
there's 3 to 4 songs out of 6. That's a hit. Anything else was just a filler, but could still play. It wasn't like a flop.
That's a crazy.
He always said that, yo, I won't cut every song. I just want to cut the songs that are beneficial
That
for
matter.
what we do.
Makes sense because you guys also changed a game where you could juggle and clash. See
Yeah,
what
that's
I mean?
and that's the thing that me and Blackz, I'm not gonna tell you no lie, we used to study Glamour G and Lenny.
Yeah. Bass
If
had
you
the same-
notice when
yeah.
me and Blackz play,
Yeah.
I don't know how much others. I don't really watch other sounds, but when me and Blackz play, you hardly see me touch the crossfader.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I'm playing,
Yeah.
for even back then, even when I used to send the
Notes.
record out,
Yeah.
Blackz already knows that's a 4-bar because it's a record, right?
Yeah.
So when I let it go, I turn around,
Yeah.
and I'm in my record box
Looking
over
back
here,
for something
and
else
he
and-
just crossfades and does what he needs. And up to this
That's
day,
crazy.
this day, we still do that.
Yeah.
The odd time, he might forget to change my headphones, or I give
Give me
headphones
another-
on.
yo,
Or
I
what he
don't know
does,
for that we get
he,
you the
yo,
muscle.
or he turns down the bass,
Yeah.
and he leaves the bass out. So then when I'm ready to mix the next song, I can't get the punch because the bass is not there. So I'm like, yo, bass, like,
Peeper, listen me.
yo, bass.
Peeper, enough bad up me get from come around so you know. I put you out there since it's an interview. Yo, enough bad up, you know. You sit now, don't move the fader.
Yeah.
Him turn on and me don't move the fader. It's a juke in him real. It's like, yo, what you doing, Virgin? Yo, and then if me don't turn back up the bass, cause people have to understand, playing sound is an art. It's an
Definitely,
art.
definitely.
People don't
Understand.
realize it's an art.
Of course it
it's
is.
not just shoot the fade that Lego song. That's not how it goes. It's an art, and it's something that me and my selector, we take pride in it.
Yeah.
You understand? Like when me a talk, me not supposed to see a bag of bass a baffle back of me.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be low.
Low.
You know what I mean?
Level it.
Yeah, level. It's not supposed to be mix coming on and off, because that's one thing we try, and timing is very essential, and people don't
Very,
realize
very
once you
important.
once you have the timing down pat,
Yeah.
it's almost second nature. Like me and Super K, we function as one.
We
You
see
know what I
that.
mean? I would love for people to actually see what we're talking about, where Super K just released the song,
Yeah.
and he's gone on to the next one, and I don't have to worry about it being off. I know his thing is sealed up. I know what he's on. I know, say, if I go so, it's gonna be on point. It's gonna drop, and people are gonna go Ray if I say the right things. You know what I mean? So it's like a 1-2 punch, and I could say, like, I'm confident with my selector to even walk away while he's playing.
I've seen you do it many of times. I've seen you like basically out in the crowd.
Oh yeah,
Lord.
enough times.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
talking, mix that and
On
bust the
point.
dance.
It's
You know
how
what I
we-
mean? Because you guys, as you said, you function as one.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, there's enough time because I mean, I'll be playing and it'll be early. It's like enough times when we go to parties and stuff. I'm not expecting him to come to the dance
From early.
like 10:30, 11 o'clock. What is he gonna do? Who's he gonna talk on the mic for? You understand? So I said, yo, don't worry, me go.
Yeah.
So I'll go play early, but there's a psychs to that too.
Yeah.
You understand? Like I go early so I can get back a proper round.
Of course. So you go.
You get what I'm saying to you? Like,
it.
right. So if
You
I
know
go
what I mean?
there
Setting
early
it.
and there's 3 or 4 sounds playing, I know for a fact I'm gonna get back that round, because if
Yeah.
I don't get back that round, I'm getting cussed in the crowd.
Yeah.
People are looking at, yo, brother, why you have these guys playing right?
Yeah.
And these guys don't understand that.
Yeah.
Like, enough of these DJs, I'm gonna tell you, enough of you DJs out there, you guys get cussings from the crowd. I'm not gonna call no names, but I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
Okay? So I try to say, okay, you know what? A lot of these people do like reaction, so I'll go there early, play the earlies, and plus I like to play early juggling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you don't really get that nowhere else.
You're not, because you're a true selector
But
slash
but,
DJ.
But you know what's
True.
fun?
True and
But
true.
you know what's funny about it? You could ask Blackz. I don't practice.
Yeah. It's not a practice thing, no.
Bro, listen to me. I have a controller that I just got last year, and I only got the controller because when I'm doing baby showers and stuff, I don't have to borrow my bridging zone.
Yeah.
So I went and got one. You understand?
Yeah.
But when I'm talking about, you know how people are, like, guys are in their basement practicing?
Yeah.
Me and Blackz only see each other
Yeah.
at the dance.
Yep.
He does his thing in the week, I do my thing. He does his own job, he has his life, I do my own thing. We meet up when I pick him up and we go to the party.
And that's
Definitely.
it.
That's
And even
Chemistry.
even when we're even in the car, we don't even say, okay, how are we gonna hit, like, try to figure out how we're gonna do this dance tonight. No.
As a matter of fact, Muscle, one of them DM me a video me and Super K when we are going dance in the car.
You be shocked. You be shocked.
We are listening 80s.
80s. I'm talking
80s.
like some Human League. Dun, 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 dun.
Working on
You think it's a joke?
You think a joke?
Listen,
My youth.
the funny
Don't
thing is, we were
you
just
know
playing that
about
car.
that? Tell you, bro.
Yeah.
And then you were just playing it?
My wife plays
Bro,
that
this is
song
what I'm trying to show you.
every time we're driving in the car. That's
And
what she plays.
I think that's what makes the thing unique, because we have so much fun on the way to a party that by the time we get there, it's like,
Yeah, you're ready. Let's go.
and you're
You know
giving
what
them
I mean?
that energy, Bridget, because no feel no way, you know. 80s music set the thing, you know.
What are you talking about, boss?
80s.
Right.
Me not this the foundation man them. Big up the foundation man them from before Bob come up. Big up the foundation man them. Before it was called reggae. Big up them.
Yeah.
But you see the 80s,
It did
where
something
it come
different.
to every kind of music,
Yeah.
it did something.
I tell
Bridget.
every DJ that wants to become a DJ, you guys got to get into that 80s.
Yeah.
Your 80s is going to make everything else better for
Yeah.
you. It's just like if you just come into the game right now and you're playing basketball. If you don't know about a Jordan, Magic,
Yeah. It
where's
doesn't
your
make
game?
sense.
Because everybody else that you're following is from somebody from back there.
All they know is LeBron.
You get what I'm saying to you?
Kobe.
Okay, that's fine.
But you gotta,
but
you gotta go back
no,
to
but
who
no, but
LeBron
that's fine
was.
though. But guess
You
what
know
though? Exactly what you said.
Yeah.
If you know the LeBrons
Yeah.
and the Kobes, the Iversons,
Yeah.
ask them who were they
they-
following.
and
So you
that's what
have to go back there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You get what I'm saying to you?
Makes sense.
You know what I mean? You might say, Buju, who is your DJ? You might say Shabba. You have to go back there.
Who is your favorite DJ's favorite DJ?
And if you
know what I
notice,
mean?
and if you notice, all the newer songs that now that you play, if you play them, like for instance, like these are the things I'm trying to get into the politics level.
Yeah.
But I mean, I might draw back for a certain song from 2010, and it might not really get that forward. but it was heavy at that time.
You understand.
But if I go back, if I play Bogle,
Yeah.
your dance is gonna be,
Guaranteed.
if I want to do a
Guaranteed.
dancing, if I drop Bogle,
Yeah.
the place is gonna move because that's at 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
It's the place is gonna move.
Guaranteed.
Then I can take from there and go to lebe whatever because you're just in the mood.
Bring it up. Right.
You get
on.
what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
Anytime you drop back for an 80s, 90s,
Yeah.
you're never gonna miss.
That's true.
Never going to miss.
That's 100% true. And you guys get it from the foundation, so you understand. You guys brought up a name, Black Supreme, which is, as you said, part of the family. You remember was it 94, 95 Black Reaction versus Black Supreme?
Yeah. That was 95. It was supposed to be king of who's the king of jungle.
What's up? What's with this question I go right, you know, because you try to want to do that, yo. What a memorable clash, right? Yep.
Let's talk about it. You know what I mean?
That was an interesting clash, you know, because as much as Black Supreme and Black Reaction derived from the same point, at that point, musically, it was a war. It turned into a war.
Yeah.
And it was even physical at one point. You know what I mean? In the dance, which
Yeah.
was, it was scary for me because,
It
I'm
was
telling
at
you
the
straight,
beach?
you know. No, it was at Robina Banquet.
Being a banquet hall.
Okay, so it's out of the area.
Yeah, it's out of the area, but
Yeah,
in the area.
yeah.
But I think what was interesting about that clash is because we never really had a problem with each other. It was just
I
a
remember-
radio.
yo, to
It
this
was-
day-
I could tell you what happened.
To this day, I don't even know the full reason why that clash
Are
went
you
on.
on K9 fault? Not tell you why. We did our interview, yeah?
Yeah.
And Ron Nelson asked us a question.
Yeah.
And he says, yo, you guys are rising up out of jungle. And I can't remember how he worded it, but he said, so who's the baddest songs in jungle right now? No,
Yeah,
me
I don't
no.
care who.
No,
that's
me
fine.
no.
I
I was just being honest because
But that's what it is.
Superflex was hot them time.
Yes.
And Black Reaction was on the rise up.
I'm not putting no sound over my sound. I don't care who you are.
So
Why-
we said, this guy's come out, jumped out and says, yo, Black Reaction the baddest song.
We're straight up.
And he goes, and who else? I think it was K9 said Superflex. No, actually he said Superflex,
Yeah.
right? That same night we had a dance called The East Meets West
Okay.
in Scarborough.
Okay.
Welcome Banquet Hall.
Yeah.
Right? I arrived a little later than Super K, but earlier than Brits and Watson them. So I was walking in the parking lot with my dub box, and all of a sudden a car pulls up.
Oh, yeah, okay.
A car pulls up to me.
Yep. I remember squeal tires.
You squeal tires, you know. And I'm like, yo, what is?
Yeah. Again?
I'm like, what is this now? So, them time, the owner of Black Supreme.
man, big up JY's,
Big up
man.
JY's,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Foundation.
Bionic.
JY's,
Smiley.
Bionic,
Yeah,
Smiley.
yes, man.
Yeah, man, the whole team.
Repeat
them
that
time,
name, the Bionic. Yep.
yeah, them time the JY's was like salty about it. Yo. He must have heard the interview and he got salty about it. And I'm new to the sound, right? So I don't even know the fullness of Black Supreme because I was a tempo youth. I used to follow tempo because I was on that side of the city and high tech them man there was to stretch and of course Ninja Force Mekun and here.
Yeah.
So I was more of that side. So I didn't really know him them way, but the man pull up on me wickedly and say, yo, you run up your mouth on the radio. You think me never hear you? And I'm like,
Me?
but by then we're done a little arrogant and cocky because we're shelling the place everywhere we go.
The children with
yo,
the
the
bag of
children
dubs.
with the Richie Riches came in, yo. They used to call us Richie Rich.
Yeah, bro.
Because we had dubs like whoa, and them time dubs it wasn't a joke. Okay? The sound man them for know, like back in ideas, if you're going to Bunty, you're not getting one Bunty for less than a grand. A grand. If you're going for 4 Capitan, that's $4,000.
And remember, there was no Facebook or no email or
Nope.
there was no dub program at that
No,
time either.
no.
You had to know either the artist directly or the engineer right beside the artist
Yes,
or the man them from
definitely.
the area that
Definitely.
You know
So
what I mean?
them time there, it was like he pulled up on me and got me all frightened. I'm with my brother and I'm like, yo, what's your problem? Man say, yo, you run up your mouth. If a play a song like me.
Yeah.
I mean, look for my brother now. Cause you have to remember, me I play a song from I'm about soother in the mouth.
Yeah,
Like
a long time.
me grew up around sound. You see my deal with? Seeing so to me I was like, Bredgen, I teach Bredgens how to mix.
Yeah.
I help people talk. like I'm like a big brother for people. What do you mean if I could play sound like you? So I looked at him, I said, yo, you can't play a sound like me. You garbage, yo. Your sound's garbage. Man said, yeah. And he got dark, like, wheel out again. Wheel out again. So them time, me no know, like, because the city was hot them time too, so I'm not worried.
Yeah.
So I boom, when Brits and Watson came, and I said, yo, the brother from Black Supreme just gave me a page, bro.
Yeah.
Man, so you mean page? And I say, oh, man, so, I said, what you telling? Yeah. I said, I told him it sounds like, he that sound that. What? You know what I mean? Them time get well stout and him coming at the dance with him dub them.
Yeah.
Me done talk to Brits and Watson and the whole team ready for them, you know? Yeah. So them time the East versus West didn't turn to East versus West. It turned into reaction versus everything. You know what I mean? We just went in there and just say, yo, we're going to shut down everything. We don't care. So when they were thinking we're going to team up with them, nah, bro. We were not known team up with them. So
man for
that right there, that caused the clash to go on where, of course, Mr. Strategic Ron Nelson, Ron Nelson, the brain, decides that, yo, I'm gonna hype this up. And he built a hype off of that, like, and he got us.
Yeah.
And feel no way, you know. Mm-hmm. We went in there and we were peppering it, you know, like 3 rounds straight of beating brethren. Like, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. I'm just being honest. We were getting 3 rounds of peppering. Yeah. But, of course, back in the days, you have to go dub for dub.
That's a different story.
That is a different story. This was not supposed to happen. No.
Put it this way, when it comes to that clash and the setup of the clash and people not collecting certain people's dubs and dub plates reach certain mans and man said, we're not part of that sound, Ray. Because I mean, the little talks about how mans are from Black Supreme must have got our dub plates, or they could have got our dubs, but never accepted them because they're not part of Black Reaction. So they said, no, you guys got to go find those guys, give them
the dub. Remember that.
And I mean, I respect that. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Remember, you have a one man bring the dub for you.
Remember, no. People don't understand also when you went back those times too. Yeah. Those times when the artist then would go to Jamaica, or the engineer would be in Jamaica, and he would go to the airport and find somebody and say, yo, you go to Canada? All right, here, take up that dub.
You know you get a couple of them.
You know what I mean? Right. You know what I mean? So that's, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Loss is a loss. Like I personally don't think we lost that dance. Yeah. When it came to the juggling, because I mean, like I said, the 3 rounds that we played, even the crowd said lock off to them, but they wouldn't lock. There was no structure at them time there. Back in the days, so dub for dub now we ran out of dubs. Yeah. Basically, our you know what I mean? And their belly, they have belly songs. You know what I mean? And to this day, that's still my song. Yeah. I even seen JY's. Yeah, man. I seen JY's where did I see JY's? Take a civil play one time. Okay. And he was telling me that he might want to bring back out the sound, and I even told him, I go, listen, what you need to do is bring back like a CD. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like make a CD, and I said, yo, if anything, give me the dubs and let me make a CD for you to put on the road. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then I seen him and then I seen him at Topaz. Yeah. I don't know which dance it was. And then he was just, you know, me and him were kind of talking. He's like, yeah, he might want to bring it back out. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then I think he must have linked Pison, big up Pison too. Yeah. You know what I mean? Petty was on the song at that time. Yeah. Chronic was on that song. You know what I mean? I remember me and Chronic is one that grew up on Lexus. Yeah. And then he went over there because he's still from Jungle. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So I went over to Trinity. You were facing your friend.
Yeah.
That was that was hilarious too. Yeah. That was hilarious.
No, because guess what? That's the funny thing about it though. We were all bridges.
Yeah. All the selectors.
Oh, all
Petty, Shell Rock was on Black Supreme and Chronix.
Yeah. I remember Shell Rock used to play Reaction.
Yes.
And then Shell Rock
and went to Supreme. Yes.
So it's funny because at 4 we know, them time you have K9, Blackz, Trini, and Super K. And then you have them man that we par with. Yeah. I mean, I talk about we all par. Yeah. We all par. We
still linked to this day.
We're still bridged up to this day.
Shell's my son's godfather. I'm his son's godfather. Like, we're linked all the time. Petty, I just seen him the other day. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? I was on the phone with Pison yesterday because he wants some, you know, some songs.
We're bridging.
We're all the same way linked. You know what I mean? Smiley, I have Smiley's always sending me stuff, videos and stuff.
Big
you know what I mean?
Smiley.
The only person I don't see is Wise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which is true.
So Wise, wherever you're, that link up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
but I
why?
don't see him.
Why? Speak up yourself, but don't pull
is
up
that
and
the
screw up
same-
your face for me.
It's not the same JYs that was on Flow.
No. This is the real. No, this is the real original J Wise.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the other one's a carbon copy. I'm just saying
No, that's
J Wise.
That is July Wise.
Yeah.
This is J Wise. This is J Wise. J Wise. J Wise. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
man. Yes, man. They're two different
Wow.
somebody, but
Wow.
yo, King. The funny thing about that clash is cause a little scrap broke out. Cause them time, yo, you have to remember clash, you know.
Yeah.
Yo, Bridging.
Hard.
When you going in a clash, Bridging, back in the day, man, these guys don't know. Clash is nice now. It's nice. We have 10, 9 with clock yard and referee a walk in and say, no, I know so clash go. Because clash, believe it or not, was about tune and a little bit of badness.
Yeah.
That's just
what it was.
reality.
That's what it was.
It's about tune and a little bit of badness. So you couldn't be a bad son unless you have some bad people around you. And the problem was Black Supreme and Black Reaction did have bad people around them at the time, which were all friends. They were all friends, believe it or not.
Yeah.
This was really two set of friends getting into an argument over a dance, and then it broke out into a little fight.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, me, Super K, Trini, K9, Shellrock, Petty, Chronics. Don't even fight upon one another. We don't even look upon one another in class. We look over there like, yo, are you watching this? You guys see what's going on?
I don't see you and you don't see me.
Yeah, we don't see it. All the next day we see each other and we all say, yo, what happened? You know, but yo, it's just funny how things go, you know, like the reaction journey has been it's awesome.
Listen,
like I'm grateful for it. Like, thank God for making me like meet my team and making me see certain places where I poor people, you know. Yeah. See, and Black Reaction make me see parts of the world where, boy, I couldn't manage that money there, you know, but the talent between me and the team and the respect that's shown from Toronto, it spreads throughout the world. So we've been fortunate to get to go different places in the world, like, I not say Dubai yet. Hint, promoters. I haven't seen Dubai yet. Yeah. And the UK. And it's unfortunate because we were scheduled to go to the UK.
You guys went.
Yes. What happened with the UK is it wasn't for a clash. It was just to go down there and play. And this is when I so happened to have a tonsil problem.
Remember that?
Landed me in the hospital for 2 months.
Remember that, bro?
Yep. And it slowed down things because we were supposed to go to England, if I'm correct, the April.
Yeah.
I got sick in February.
Okay.
So it threw everything off because the whole team was set to go and the confusion. And since then, you know, still having on one of the places that you're going to have to check out. But yeah, we just know that it's a process. A lot of people, if you got to go there already, sometimes you guys are fortunate. You might have the right link. But the way we want to drop in a UK is like formatted properly so they could get the real fullness.
And it's not a one dance or one clash. It's like we come here to tour out the whole place and make you know that Black Reaction was here.
No, but see another thing too, like a lot of these promoters they're only trying to like buy one ticket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's even times when they will link and
that's been our hindrance.
If they're gonna buy one ticket, I'll only send Blackz because Blackz has to talk.
Yeah,
you send me by myself. That's not happening.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying to you? I'll juggle, but I ain't
personally.
talking.
Me personally, I don't want that.
That's
personally.
You're
I don't
not
want
in that zone.
No.
It's the team.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's the team.
Yes.
Super K and Blackz is Black Reaction right now.
It's better to fight with two fists rather than one. You understand? And I've been in situations where I've gone by myself and I won't say I flop.
Yeah.
I do great. But the thing is, I do better when I have the charge on the right hand side. So like even I've been going to Vancouver for quite some time and it's been a minute since Super K came.
Yeah.
Super K and I went down there the other day and what they seen was like they couldn't
like
what? Like what is this? Like it gets even better than this. Like and that's what I want them to see. Like I want I don't really like knowing that promoters are flying out people and it's like flying half your band. Why are you gonna fly half the band? Like, come on, man.
Invest in
what you want,
doing,
man.
Yep. And let's
like
make it happen.
It's okay. Promoters, 2 tickets, like what's wrong with 2? Like on the Friday, not 2.
Yeah,
them get frightened at the number 2.
Yeah,
so
a lot of times when people are saying 3, 4, 5, and 6, that's a different ballgame.
All right.
But two, that's for entertainment purposes. Two is
Yeah,
well,
man, that all the time.
you know what I
All the
mean?
time.
But we get
Sometimes
that
even
all the
three.
time. We get that
Selectors
all
and
the
road
time.
manager and everybody's
Yeah.
good.
If it was
you know what I mean?
if Black Reaction was supposed to just meet into one, if I could just get all his skill into me for talking or vice versa, we'd be out of here every week.
Yeah, crazy.
No lies.
Yeah, crazy.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Just that when you hear 2 tickets, like
Yeah.
okay, well, you know,
I'll call you
so
back
okay,
and
well
see
then,
what's
I'll call you back, man. I'll link somebody else.
no, but it's not even that. You know what they do
Yeah.
too? They'll say, all right, so if I buy 2 tickets,
Yeah.
what are you gonna charge us after? See,
The
that's
same
that,
price,
and that,
same price
and
I
that's
was
and
telling
that's
you
the problem.
before we talked about this.
But
that's
the
but
problem.
that's the problem. So
That's
it's
where
like
they get the real super
yeah.
key.
Yeah.
That's where they get
It's
the
like,
real super key.
just-
Like, what you
I'm,
just said?
I'm charging them a price, and it's like, but I'm buying 2 tickets. Okay, but you asking me a question, so I'm answering you. You know what I mean?
This is just a part of doing business.
Right. So if I
This
would
is
have
a
said no,
cost of doing business.
I'm gonna play for 2 bills.
Yeah.
We would be out of here all the
Yeah.
time. But who's playing for 2 bills? Why would I cannot?
It
I
stays
my
here
thing is
now.
this, and I don't. Maybe I might have this business part wrong. I don't know, but there's no way. I feel like I should be getting on a plane or driving out of town for the same price that I'm paying for in town.
No way.
That doesn't make no sense to
You're
me.
the special attraction
I don't-
here.
I-
So then
I-
special
that doesn't make no
attraction, you
sense to
gotta
me.
pay special price, and that's how
And then
it
these
goes.
promoters want to turn around and say, well, just Musclehead will play for me for $100 if I use him. Okay, so use Musclehead then.
Link me back when you're ready.
But I'm but
And the promoter
problem-
them to stop do it to him.
Yo.
Stop telling people about I can get this person to play for less.
no,
So
but yes,
if you
but,
could have, why you even?
no, but here's the thing, because they're saying, I guess they're probably not. Who cares what their price is?
Yeah.
They don't want them. You know what I mean? But the thing is, these DJs are messing up the business.
Yeah.
because they're undercutting themselves.
Thinking they're undercutting, you
And then the
guys,
promoters,
but it's
and
really
then
themselves.
and then the promoters are talking their business, using them as an example, I guess, to get my price lower.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they're gonna draw. Oh well, Two Line Music said you'll play for me for $200. Like for instance, I was supposed to play at a club downtown.
Yeah.
This is a couple of years back, and the man said how much you charge, and I gave him a rate. He goes, what? But Two Line Music. Well, he'll play for me for $150.
Yeah.
I go,
Annual promo.
watch that.
Annual promo.
And he sells me some tickets. What, for the whole night? He goes, yes. So watch the notes. I go, so okay, so here what? So this is what I said to him. I go, okay, so then don't hire Two Line Music then, and we'll play for how long you need me to play for. Then you don't have to pay nobody. So you can pay me what I need.
Yeah.
And you get what I'm saying to you? Then now what? Okay, then yeah. So you know what? I'll get back to. No problem.
No problem.
All the time.
Whatever
all the
works for
time.
you. All the time.
I got a promoter the other day that asked for Ottawa.
Okay.
And then I was asking him, do I have to drive out there? What's going on? And I gave him the price. And as soon as I gave him the price, this man called up two big DJs from Toronto and said, yo,
Yeah.
but this guy and this guy plays for me for this price.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
What?
bro, if I was supposed to ever go back and tell these DJs, say, yo,
What you just
you really go out there
Yeah.
and drive 4 hours to play for this price?
Yeah.
Are you serious? Why?
It's crazy.
I mean, yeah, maybe. I mean, you might look at it as, okay, you should go out there and maybe spread your wings a bit and make the people them know. But bro, I'm not that age
or your
where I'm like
second, I might
19.
work with you.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not 19, 20 where
Yeah.
I'm trying. No, bro. Why would I leave Toronto
Yeah.
to play for something for the same price?
Doesn't
And I'm
make sense.
driving 4.5 hours to 5.
Gas, hotel, all of this stuff.
What sense does that make?
what I mean?
It doesn't make no sense.
It's
And the next thing,
ridiculous.
here's the next thing that they have problems too now. So when these promoters call and they're like, okay, so I go, what you guys budget? They'll tell me the budget, whatever. And then I'm like, okay, so about room and stay. 1 room. Huh? You want me and Blackz for share room? Want me for lay down in that bed? And there's a next bed over there and Blackz is sharing that bed. Like, what are you? What? How?
That's a problem.
It's-
That's
You know what I'm saying to you? So I'm telling these guys, yo, nah, man, Blackz has his own room. I have my own room.
But that
like, what do you
only
mean?
makes-
Like,
it's the cost of
I don't
doing
understand.
business. When I
Like-
call and say, okay, I want this artist, they say, okay, it's going to be $1 plus 3 tickets to travel, plus we need 3 hotel rooms, and we need a car to pick us up, plus per diem. Okay, this fits within my budget. Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
That's the cost of doing business. If you don't want to do it, stick to doing something local.
I've never,
You know what I
I've
mean?
never
It only
ever,
makes sense.
I've never ever, or we'd never ever gone anywhere and put it where the promoter has to buy us food or anything like that.
Yeah.
We have our own money, we buy our own food. You know what I mean? There's promoters out there that'll do it. Say like when we come off of the airport, they'll pick
come,
us up.
let's go eat.
They'll say, yo, we're gonna go
Respect,
eat, whatever. Yeah, that's fine. You know what I mean? But it's not a necessity. You know what I mean? But as soon as I tell them, yo, 2 rooms, you know what I mean? 2 flights, and you gotta pay us.
Yeah. But that's
And it's like
simple.
you know what I mean? And so all the single DJs out there, I mean, I respect them. They travel like crazy, but that's the only reason why you don't see reaction like at one time.
Okay.
Because there was one time we were going to Edmonton.
Yeah.
We went to Edmonton from like 1994
I remember
to
it.
like maybe 2000 and when was the last time we did, like 2010 maybe 11 12 maybe 2012 2010
maybe even
2000.
later than that too.
Yeah, 6 times a year.
Yeah. Okay.
Big up Vince, you know what I mean? Shell Rock, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But and then after, you know, the violence and what's not.
Yeah.
Ken Tone.
You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like,
Sky.
people always have a problem. These promoters always have a problem, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
It's crazy. Wow. You never knew it's really the business side of things.
Oh, that is definitely one of the hindrance in our way, where the promoters are afraid to buy 2 tickets and 2 hotel rooms. And feel no way, you know. To each man his own. If that's what you can manage, you manage that. But as one door closes, another one opens. That's how we look upon it. So you see, when we say, all right, cool, they'll say they'll get back to us. All right, cool. In our stomach, me and come on, no more time. We already felt your energy off of how you answered on the phone, Dan. You know what I mean? So and I'm just putting it out there like this, like more time when we not talk about, give me a minute, me link you back here, fire.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Don't worry. Between me and you, we roll with eyes and we just sit on and wait patiently. So I'm just putting it out there like, it's all right, Dan. It happens. We understand. We're not fighting nobody's budget, but people don't think that Black Reaction don't go nowhere or can't go nowhere. We do. We keep it busy. We keep it well busy.
Solid all.
But so I'm saying, like, and I told these promoters too, like, no disrespect, but if you don't hire me, I'm gonna be playing somewhere else. And we don't get into no feelings thing, no kiki up thing. Like,
not kiki up with
you know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, because if a promoter links me and he goes, yo, and he asks for a price and I tell him a price, right? This is the first thing, okay? And I'm not, no biasness.
Yeah.
And all the promoters now, they're starting to see it and it's like, it's true. So when I give them a price, right, they go, okay, what does that come with? And I go, listen to me, nobody promotes like Blackz.
Yeah.
Okay, so Blackz has his IG. I have my IG. Black Reaction has their IG.
Yeah.
So that's 3 IGs right there. Every time we post something on IG, it automatically jumps to Twitter and it automatically jumps to Facebook.
Yeah.
So Blackz has his Twitter and his own Facebook. I have my own Twitter, my own Facebook. Black Reaction has his own Twitter and Facebook.
Yeah.
So before you know it, by the time that dance comes around, that flyer has been on social media about 90 times.
Yeah.
And the people them are seeing it.
Yeah.
And Blackz, if I say Blackz, yo, make a video, send it to me, bam. Blackz doesn't hitch. He goes on the balcony, whatever, bam. If he's walking, he might be walking on and she might be smoking a thing, walking, he makes a video, send to me. A promoter cannot, you know what I mean? So that's another thing. We play good, but we're also promoting. You have to show your your fans where you're going.
Yeah.
You know what
that
I mean?
makes sense. You know what I mean? But before we even get too far into the business, there's 2 clashes that I want to talk about, and then we'll go on to something else.
All right.
One, Black Reaction King Turbo. The second one is World Clash Canada.
Another controversial clash. Black Reaction King Turbo.
Yeah.
Hold on, may I sip my coconut water? Hold on.
Yeah, he has to really get in gear for this one here. You know what I mean?
Refreshing muscle, thank you. Refreshing.
Yes. Black Reaction King. Do you remember what year that was?
96.
96.
That was 96. So again, this is just, you guys were probably just 3 years in the business.
Yeah.
At this point here.
Just constantly clashing though. Constantly clashing. You juggle, you clash. Because I remember our talk was, all right, yo, 45 shop lock. You remember that talk, Muscle?
Of course.
We'd walk into a party, we'd juggle out as much as we could juggle. We'd juggle, get the place moving, and then we just felt like we wanted to lock the 45 shop so we could let you know what our dubs were.
This is what we have going on.
Yeah, and I just remember us doing it so often that it would look like we're clashing every night.
Yeah.
So even when we were going into these wars, it was like, it's not like we'd be in the basement. What are we going to do? No.
It's because you're on the road.
Yeah, we're constantly going. So, yeah, you'd have your 1 and 2 meeting with the big boss. Big boss, I tell you, say, yo, we get 14 new plate on them someday. Yeah, Turbo, them time, we'd get them 20, 14 plate.
Plate them time, because you have to stack up.
14 plates that
Brits them cut for that
14.
party.
And remember, those times it was a minimum of 4.
Minimum of 4 songs,
6
sometimes
per
6
plate.
on one plate.
Yeah,
And
but
remember,
that one there was more 4 on each.
Yeah.
Because
And we
remember
weren't doing
when you
no
go when you go
spacers.
6, you see when you go 6, a lot of people don't know this too. Like when you go 6, well you would know, but when you go 6, the groove of the dub plate gets smaller, so it's easy to skip.
Yes.
So we say, yo, we can't do the 6 no more.
4.
Because them time there was, remember, one time dub plate was like $80
For the
just for the plate itself.
you know, for the plate
Lacquer
itself.
Channel.
Okay,
Remember
so all you guys that are downloading, so listen up. So all the DJs now that are cutting dub plates and saying that they're a wicked sound, yeah, but you never had to do no dub plate cutting.
Yeah.
Well, you know
Each
about- well, you know
plate
about
is
that tape.
$80
Eh?
Just for the
just
plate.
for the plate.
Yeah.
And then you have to pay $80 for the studio time. And don't forget, you know, you have to have it on DAT first. Y'all know what a DAT tape is? Yo, we're going way back, yo. Like DAT tape, we still have some DAT tapes. You used to get your dubs on cassette sometime.
Yes, I remember that too.
On cassette, Bridget, like
high bias.
High bias. Oh gosh, TDK, JVC, the grey one, the grey cassette.
The grey one you can't see through.
Yes, yes, man. So like, it's funny because cutting dubs now is so much easier. Like, come on, look at the dub program.
That's
dub
a phone.
program,
That's
you
a
get
phone
dub
call
program.
away, and it comes. It's basically
On
ends
your
up in your
phone.
phone. You know what I mean? That's where it ends up in
That's
your phone.
in your phone.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? So back to King
what was-
Turbo Clash.
What was the build up to the King Turbo Black Reaction Clash? How did that even come around? What was the energy on that one there?
To be honest with you, I don't even know.
Yeah.
I would think, honestly, there was a dance where we're in Scarborough. Black Reaction. Black Cat was supposed to be there.
Okay.
King Turbo, Desert Storm.
Oh boy, Kingsborough again.
Yeah.
Kingsborough again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't remember who the next song was.
Yeah.
Yeah, Diplomat, remember?
Father
Father Drinks.
Yeah.
Father Cool.
Yes.
Yeah,
Cool
Cool
Drinks, aka Father Priceless. Holy!
Yes,
Who
bro.
are those?
Holy, I'm twinkling.
I'm twinkling.
Yes, bro.
Yes, man. People
Yes.
never know said Drinks and Rufus. They used to have one of your baddest
Diplomat.
diplomat
big
song
yellow
in
song.
a big yellow song. And
Mikey mentioned the one Big Up Jamaica.
yeah, man. Big up Diplomat, man. Them still have them tune and them have a team who still do them thing, you know.
Yes, man. DOC
Yeah,
and those
DOC and the rest of the clique they do them thing. So I remember we were up there and I think it was another case of somebody didn't play.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that time he went to Super Fresh now.
Yes.
No, he
yes.
went to
Yes.
Super
Steenie-
Fresh.
No,
Steenie went
that
to.
was before that. No. This dance that we're talking about right now is
Yeah.
after that. The one with Super Fresh.
Yeah.
That was the second Kingsborough
Yes.
handicap match again.
Yes,
It was
that was with
us,
heavyweight.
It was us, Super Fresh,
Yeah.
heavyweight, Starcade, and Desert Storm.
Desert Storm was on, but I thought that night there Sharp was playing heavyweight. That night.
That part I don't remember.
Yes.
But I just remember Steenie
Yes.
played. I remember Steenie played, but that's not the same dance though.
Yeah.
Steenie played. That was the second time. The third time at Kingsborough is the one that he's talking about. It was
Okay.
Black Cat. Black Cat didn't show
They
up.
didn't show
It
up.
was Turbo, us, and Diplomat, and
Yeah.
I think some other little sounds. I'm not
And
sure.
that was the first time that you guys actually
Had a-
met with King Turbo.
Yes.
Yes.
In one dance,
Yes,
like,
in one dance.
like yo.
But there was really no draw
It wasn't
cards
no
and nothing like
drama.
that. The
We
draw
just,
card. There's a Storm was playing because I remember it was Diplomat. Drinks was on the mic.
Yes.
And he was drawing cards after Desert Storm that night. I remember, and that
yes,
took it
yes,
there.
yes.
But even to say like when it came to us in Turbo, I don't really remember. But that was the first time Scarborough heard our bunties on the hot wax because we
Okay.
played it in the West. Remember I was telling you about the arrows?
Yes, yes.
But we played it the
In the
first
East.
time in the East.
Yeah.
And I don't know, Blackz was probably unruly or them or K9 because K9 was unruly.
K9 was
too.
unruly.
Yes.
It was K9.
K9
with the
K9 was
Yeah.
unruly on the mic them time there.
Yeah.
Like so unruly. So I don't know. But then another thing too, how that came about is because remember, and he might not admit it to this day, but Ron Nelson, you're still my brethren, but King Turbo was your sound at the time.
We all know that.
Right.
That
All-
wasn't.
That's
was
on the
not
news.
hidden-
The
that's
whole
not a hidden
world know
secret.
that. Right now,
So-
I hear your sound.
There was a little
yes, man.
thing going on and what said not, and I don't know. I guess it was just time for East versus West at that time. It was never really no crazy rivalry.
Yeah, there wasn't.
No, it was
See,
not.
I
It was
guess you
just.
guys were just
It was
hot.
just.
So
yeah,
then
they're
King
hot.
Turbo
It was
was
just
the big song.
Yeah.
So then these hot guys now we
Yeah.
have to really
Yeah,
see what's
yeah.
going
Let's
on.
see
Yeah, it
what
was at
going on there.
NWA at Castlefield and Dufferin.
I remember that. That was the only time I've ever been to that place. That place
And that place didn't stay open long. No, it's probably like a 1 year
car
old.
dealership,
Yeah,
then a
maybe.
church, and then something. I don't know. I think it's a car dealership now, or a church now. Something.
So you guys remember that night?
I remember that dance. I remember that dance fully.
Yeah.
Remember that dance was very controversial at the end of
Very
the dance. Very controversial.
Walk us through the beginning of that clash there.
Wow.
All right, put it this way. Listen, no, we want to get there yet. Listen up. No. Okay, so that clash was going on. It was going in good, but first of all, there was really nobody from the West in that dance.
And that was so weird because this was on Dufferin.
Okay, but the reason why too, and I want to get into that. It was one of my bridges. Everybody knows him, but there was a big barbecue at G. Ross Park.
Yes.
The day.
Okay.
And a shooting happened up there.
The same day.
The same day before the clash.
Yeah.
Right? And everybody was at G. Ross Park. You always go to G. Ross Park.
Of course.
Right?
Dufferin and Finch.
And a guy that's known he basically was in the wrong place, wrong time, whatever, got shot, whatever. Yeah. So everybody was like, yo, we're not going out tonight type of thing. So the clash guys them that would go out, they said, yo, forget it. Yeah. So basically now we're in the West in that clash where there's full of East people. And I mean, like, yo, where's the West? You know what I mean? But it's fine, whatever. So I mean, the clash went on, whatever. And I mean, like even the draw card with, I mean, it was kind of strange too because there was no Ricky. We were planning for Ricky. I have all, you know, what's the dub plates? I have a slingshot and Ricky. Ricky's name.
From those times.
Yeah.
Like
I have
Ricky wasn't there.
Ricky, I think I don't know. Ricky was somewhere.
He was somewhere
there. Yeah. He was not there.
Yeah. He was around them.
So Specs now was on the mic.
Yes.
And Slingshot was playing.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. And then so they were playing, there was really no vibes. It was just back and forth playing, whatever. But like for his thing, I mean, Specs kept calling Blackz George.
Yeah.
So every time he's like, "Yo, George, George this, George that, George this, George that."
Yes.
So Blackz just said, "You know what? All right, fine. You want to call me George? All right. See me name George. I'm gonna kick in your face and Long story short now.
Forward, but why?
But then after boom now, Specs comes in now and goes, so everybody wants to know why I'm calling this guy George. You want to know why I call this guy George? Because George is from an area called Jungle, and he's an idiot in Jungle. Slingshot, and he played the George of the Jungle theme.
George, Yo, me not lie, you know, bro. I wanted the wickedest lick ever get still with it.
Listen to me. Watson was in tears, okay? And this is the thing about our sound, okay? If somebody's drawing cards after us, we laugh at each other on it. And I think that's what gets these other sounds, because it's like, you draw a card on the sound and man's pissed off. Why am I mad? It's funny games. Brother, listen to me. Me nearly dead in there with laughing. When the man played that, that was like a rib shot, like,
why?
Trust
and
me.
You know the funny thing is, it wasn't even a dub.
No,
the man just took a commercial.
He took the theme from the song.
It wasn't even a song.
George of the Jungle, strong as he can be.
That's it. And I was wondering, yo, why did
bro? I'll never forget Watson's face. Brother, Watson looked at me and was like, "Holy shit, this guy really did that." No,
that was smart. That was really smart.
That's when that's when the gimmicks was just on the rise in Clash. When we were everybody was just starting to use our gimmicks. The man was George Blackz. Hey George, I'm gonna say, yo, he that boy call me George Blackz. I can't even use the words by the internet, but I'm gonna say, yo, George, and the man say, yeah, you want me why you call him George? And when him play that, whoa, the place lift up. But anyways, further on in the Clash, if I remember correct,
me personally, they boiled down.
It started out high.
They boiled down.
It started out, and it was a boil down, and then here comes the judge.
But the thing is about it now, even though reaction, the way we were playing, we never had no crowd.
Yeah.
So Blackz basically was getting the East guys on our side now. Yeah. Even though there's people standing up. They want to give forward, but it's like, yo, I can't even make King Turbo Man see me put up my hand. Because even after the party, you know how much people linked me and said, yo, I want to win that dance, you know? Like, people even said it, but, like, I don't try to get into these little politics things, but,
it's all right, yo. Sure.
Even yo, it was so crazy that even our last song that we played, Brits went up there.
Yes.
Announced the last one, and he goes, "Yo, you see that next one?
Yes.
After this, the dance done."
Yes, I remember that.
And the place went crazy.
That was the first
and then when they were asking the crowd who won, it was divided, but it was divided with Scarborough. Nobody from the West.
Yeah, I remember.
And then Ron now ended up just giving it to King Turbo.
Yeah.
And he didn't announce it.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, who is it? Reaction. Who is it? Turbo. Who is it? Reaction. Who is it? Turbo. And pass the trophy.
Have a good night.
Yeah, like one of those
Slip out.
tuck in and pass off the trophy.
But you know the funny thing about it? I would like to listen back to that audio if I could ever get it, because I could.
Muscle. Muscle got it, Muscle.
I do have it.
Muscle got it.
Okay, because somebody was telling me there was a part in there where they even heard Spec say, "Yo, give it to those guys, man. They won. Give it to them," or something like that. I don't know.
Say something like that.
See, that's what I'm saying. I don't. Somebody was telling me that.
I will tell you what happened. I remember Andrew took the mic and goes, "Yo, I'm big up Andrew, you know. Andrew, he's a real gentleman at this time, 100%. I remember Andrew said, "Yo, differently, I can't accept this trophy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think you should give it to Reaction still. They should get the trophy." And he actually put down the trophy.
Okay.
He put it down. He didn't keep it.
Okay.
So if people didn't know that the trophy didn't leave with King Turbo.
It did it.
No.
Okay.
The trophy was carried to King Turbo after.
Got you. That I didn't know.
Because, of course, back in ideas, when Clash are going and Clash not going right.
Yeah. So and then
couple fist fight, couple fist in that
drape up, and then that's when. And then that's when I won't say Reaction went on a downfall. Not when it comes to playing music, but it was said that if you ever put Black Reaction on your flyer, it will never be read at Ron Nelson's thing, because Ron Nelson basically I don't know what happened, but they were saying that something happened to Ron Nelson from the boss them, kind of physical or whatever, and then he didn't want to announce. And I know that for a fact. He said that he did not want to announce no flyers that Black Reaction was on. So if you basically had a party, put Black Reaction on it, he'll announce. At first he wouldn't announce it.
Yeah.
Then I guess they were trying to get upset. They're saying, "Yo, no, I can't want." So what they were doing now, they were announcing the party.
Yeah.
But they'll say 2-line Musclehead. And that's it. They won't say Reaction. They won't. You know what I mean?
I remember those times, because remember at that time there was no Facebook and Instagram.
No, you used to have
88.1, man.
You used to have to tune into
Right,
88.1.
Yeah, that was all wrong.
That's
It was wrong.
That's what's going on.
Everybody's listening. That's
I mean,
wrong.
I feel listen to that show, or else you don't know what's going on in the city. And if you didn't hear the DJ or whoever come and say, "Yo, hello, going to kill in the city," you're not going to no show, because you know he wasn't here.
He's not here.
He wasn't here. But you knew if you heard someone come in there and say, "Yo, guess we have in the studio tonight."
Yeah.
You know you're going out that night. You know what I mean?
So crazy.
But it's funny it's funny that you mentioned that, because we weren't the only one that got blacklisted. At the time it was us and Superfresh.
Yeah, Superfresh.
Which were the two so-called baddest sound on the rise in the West. Was like banned from being read on the radio. Like, it's so strange.
As you said, it was at that time Clash was a bit more rough. You know what I mean? So you guys weren't trying to take no talk. You nor Superfresh wasn't taking no talk from this man here whatsoever. You know what I mean? Whatsoever. That was not your thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
you know, memories for life again. Everything.
This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinedmusichut.com.